Mate, welcome back. The G288. Now, today I'm going to work out what the squish is in this thing. And when you're machine these things on the lathe, on the mandrel, and you take squish off your cylinder, you're really not moving much off the cylinder at just time out. So, if you do move anything off the cylinder, you'll be really careful with squish. If you go too far on the cylinder, to too much of that, you can't turn your motor over, so all of a sudden it becomes so tight your piston gets clunk and you can't turn your motor over. So this is good, no big gasket here. It's what I do. I'll show you what I do. It's loose right now, but just remember, it's been the piston's been lapped, it's been chamfered, so the piston's not what you call standard. It's a new medial piston. I don't know, no weird noise. Now all the bolts are there, they're just loose right now. So I'll tighten them up. They're barely just nipped up. Do opposite. Because I want to know, I haven't done this yet, I want to know if nothing's going to hit. So just take your time, a little bit of time. Get in the bolt hole first, come in. They're all nipped now. And nip means just a tiny bit of pressure. Like 2 fingers, easy. Turn over. Nothing making noise now. I'll tighten them all up and see what's going on. Make sure nothing's hitting. Because you do basic gasket delete on a standard piston. It's what I do because I don't want anything to hit. And if it hits, it will cause damage to your motor real quick. Cause your motor fall apart, smash with aluminium or alloy brakes. Aluminum. Now, fully tightened up. No noise. So what I'll do now, I'll show you squish on this thing to work out what's going on. I'll do more. That bolt there was in a weird spot. Always hitting the cooling ring on the cooling fin on the motor. I'll show you. Always hitting that bolt hole there. So when you're undoing, they come up and hit the fin, they snap the fin off, so be careful. Get the bolts. Now there's 2 bolts. A third one goes in here in the crankcase there. Third one. I want it behind the flywheel. They'll put it behind the magnet. I bet you anyway. No. The front of the magnet. Got that one. Now, what I'll do is, you see what I'm doing? Yes. I think pistons cold on the I'll turn it so I was. Yeah, you see. I'll get a bit of solder, so you can solder. What is it actually? I'll work out what it is right now. It's anything stuff. Get that out. You do that. They're talking mils right now, millimeters. A 0.15, it's in thin. What's that in imperial? The 80 thou. 61 thou. That's what that is. There's no very thick. So what I'll do is, like I said, I'm doing the piston. Right, piston there. I'm going to measure the squish over the wristband. You do it front or back, which I used to do. The piston rocks and you get a false reading. So your load comes up for your wristband and your piston itself. So I'll cut the width of the piston close as I can. Put there. Probably a bit of grease, I suppose. Make it sit on the piston. Well, I push the piston all the way down. You grease the middle of the piston. Just so the solder stay where it should stay. Yeah, okay, that's too long. No. About right. I don't want it to move once I put the cylinder and all that crap back on. Try to make things clean out. Get this all together, guys. It's going to go really good. So once I do this, I can work out my towing numbers. Might bend that bit, I think. So it sits evenly right over the wristband. That's how it's in there. Put the cylinder back on without hitting it, hopefully. Should be able to set it for the sparkle hole there. Still sitting where it should be. Now I put all the bolts back in, screws. Oh, wonderful day, wonderful day. Well, now with the bolt, drop your bolt. Put the bolt back in, nip it up. I usually use a magnet one. So no problems losing it. But that's the drill. I'll pull up, so this one's magnetised. It's just so easy. You can see. I put the your bolt on like that, the magnet holds on it, just saves you dropping the thing. Put it in the hole, push it down like that. There you go. Oh, now I'm cooking with oil. Oh, it's going in. Another bolt. Because I want an even squish. So, because when you start doing performance stuff like this, you're going to make accurate reading. Otherwise, you start the motor up there without making weird noise. And that's your piston hitting the top of your cylinder. That's not good when you do that. Where is my last bolt? I put the last one in. One up. Now I know it's already gone tight with no locking and like that, so I know I can do it up safely on number one. I'll finish off by hand. Now I'll tighten it up, make sure she's tight, the way it normally runs. Tight. In fact, get another just a pretty good joy actually. That's number one. Number three, strip the bolt holes. It doesn't too much power. Well, I can't find the head there. Oh, it's a good head. There you go. Now, the wire is, or the solder is still in where it should be. I should look at that. Yep. So now what I do is, so it's easy for me. Show you what I do, because this is easier. I've got a ratchet here, and I don't want to do this nut on the floor. I will eventually, but at the moment I don't care, I don't really want to. I'll do it up clockwise, that's backwards of the motor, but it still give me an accurate squish. So 40 mils socket, I'll get the pole and push the pole down the road, so the socket will go on the nut. And I want it over until I can get to the sold's just kissing. That's come up now, so that's sitting tight. It'll pop over real quick. I let the solid squash down, a little bit of pressure. The squeezes is not much, I guarantee. So it pops over like that, easy. Go over again until it's easy by hand. And see what the solid looks like. See what the squish actually is. It's a piston or what? That's right. Now do it by hand. If you can rock past the thing real easy. It's still lumpy, so just rock it till it's soft like that, see? I'm happy with that. Just nice and gentle, so not much pressure to make it roll past the solder. Roll past the solder. So I'll get an accurate route. Come on, rock. A little bit more, guys. It needs to go piece past. That there. So now I can read what that is. I'll do the bolts and see how the squish is before I adjust the squish on the cylinder. So I'd say right now be at 30,000, say, roughly. I'm not quite sure yet, but we'll find out real quick. Yep. Now this, because the solar is it's a funny piston, the way I'll be measuring this is different. Because it's not a standard setup. Okay. So hopefully I can show this. Measure, go. Make sure she's zeroed in, and she is. Keep a lot where it's at. Now, the solar, you see, it's squished more about half an inch from the end. So, I'll measure that. So the fat part of the solar, that's where the squish. Normally the squish is right at the tip. I'm not concerned about that. I'm all concerned about the fat part. 29,000. That one. Oh, did you drop it? 34,000. 34, so be high up. 28,000, so 28, 29, I think. Let's do it. 29. So 28 and 29, so basically the same. So I'll take about that, not much, and that'll be my squish for this saw. So I'll put this on the lathe, kiss the end of the cylinder, just a little bit. So the goal is to take a tiny bit off the base of the cylinder, and that will give me the desired squish I want. But I have to make sure I'm not taking much off, guys. Where's that bolt going? I'm not taking much off at all. So if we're at 28,000, I'll take another 5,000 off. That would be the squish I want. And I thought I'd have to take a lot more off the cylinder, but obviously not much at all. My squish pattern's where I want the thing to be with the actual solar. Once that goes on, the solar here will get a lot fatter just there. So the airflow under here will stay there. It might be locked in a little bit, but the heat won't be on the edge. It'll be more further towards here. But it should perform way, way better. So I'll put this on the metalwork lathe and just a squish. Yeah, I set this up last night. Made the manual for it. Beautiful fit. Worked out beautiful. Now the colour, I've been using this colour for a while. Couldn't work out to get a nice smooth colour. Just couldn't work it out. And I'll put a new colouring bit there. Colour on the end. It turned out the colour was broken at the back of it. So that was causing the bad to cut. And now it cuts beautifully. So hopefully that. So just things like that. I got a quick change that setup now. So I adjusted where it should be, but I could never get to go nice and square. So that's my mandrel. So I put it there. I have to take a little bit off that. I'll put a bolt nut in here, and that'll give me a free floating setup here. So when it goes down, it'll go on the nut. I'll hold this against the mandrel so it can't move. I'll get the nut. Hopefully you guys do that. You can't really see it clear on that. I'm going to use a small nut like that on the end of the we call it chuck with a live center thing. It's sort of burying that so you can roll it. Don't know if you guys do see that. I don't know much about lathes. I just know what works, what doesn't work. They go over that and spin, so you put pressure on that to bury in there. You can buy chuck saws and stuff. Metalwork lathes is something new to me, but it's enjoyable, it's very enjoyable. So I put it in there, fold it up, lock it down so you can't move. And my one slides back, it's a bit worn. Undo that. Might try so a bit further forward, I think. Right, like that. Put the nut behind and the light bit. That's what I call it, chuck. So I found that if you just do it to the cylinder can become offset. You don't want that. Put pressure on that. And that would just hold the cylinder on the manual so you can lathe it. out there. Lock that off. That's just spin freely. I won't give any cutting when I've got safety glasses on, guys. Just spin her up so she looks like. That's pretty good. Happy with that. So with this particular setup, I've turned that around. That, what have I got for that? This one here. Now I'm going to take another cut off this. I'll do that. I need to put another colour facing the opposite way. I found it the other day. The nut that holds this quick change is up here. I can't even see. There. That's missing a nut on the back of one of these washers here, or back of the nut. I just hold the adjuster. It's all in there, all this metal. It's real hard to get to. I undo one, but the second one, there's no nut there at all. So I got that. That moves, but the one here is nothing on there at all. Now I'll undo that because I need to undo that and face it the correct way. Oh, and undo this. Now I'll go like that because I want that. I want that to be that way. Turn the back up 90 degrees. You'll don't need to take much off. It's so much to store, man. It's not funny. Look at that there. You guys do machine work all day, every day. You'd be laughing at me, you dickhead. Fine, I'm lying. I don't really care what people think. Yeah, that's what I do. Anyway, I'll get this out of the car off there. And mount that up. This cut here will go. This is my old one. We'll go to the back of the cut that. So I get this off and mount her up in this stuff here. So I'll do that and I'll get back to you. To me, doing metalwork loading, the worst part about metalwork loading is wearing safety glasses and they get dirty or smudgy or just shit in the glasses. It's so hard to see, but you gotta wear glasses, guys. Don't wear glasses, you ask for an eye injury. Now I have to take a bit off the base of the cylinder, but I also have to take a bit off the base of the skirt where the cylinder goes, or the skirt goes into the case. You don't do that, you start tightening down the cylinder and your skirt will punch a hole through your case. So we only talk about less than a thing of paper, so not much. I'll bring it up to where I have to do a bit quickly. Do this all by hand, guys. To get work, because this machine, the markings are all wrong or non-existent. So I'll be winding it by hand until I get a nip. I gotta remember all this too, because it's back to front. I'm not used to it. Go there. And wind till it starts kissing. It's kissing now. That's kissing. Back that out. I'll start that up. I can start cutting that base bit. Leave it more of it. It's all good. Help going, make sure it's cut. Now as to that part here, still don't know where I am. Or just make a mark. There you go. It's closed there. Yeah, hang on there. All the way. more. Yeah, that is in there. So now remove the material. Yeah, color's on, make it clean. Maybe I might do. Have a look. It's not doing the whole thing, the whole face. I'll undo this thing here and pull that card back towards back, because I can see it flexing. I don't like that. I'm no expert, but things that flex are not good. Tight bastard. I'm on that just a bit. Oh, there we go. I thought I'd see him down. Yeah, you drop the bastard on the floor, couldn't you? See, but. Ugh. Oh, crap. Well, swarf. I know the word swarf is. The Klingon word for mess. Swarf. Run that thing properly. Colour. And one in because it's small colour. Then back around where it should be on the flat face. Really, I don't want to kiss the face, but make sure the face is flush. You look at that, it's a square, it's 90 degrees from that edge there to here, it's just a square, so you go in there, it's a square. So you can't really stuff it up, in my opinion. Tighten that up. Come on. Tighten that up. Tighten. Tighten. Check. Yep. And check. Yep. Now this swap that colour, I turned it around. It might be blunt. Did I use it before? Not quite sure. But it should be cutting a lot better than that. But it's not. And wind that out. You know, watch it all again. With the play in the thread guy, you go one way and you go too far. You gotta play with the thread and if you get line up the thread. That's going there. So I'll do my cut with that. That should be enough, I think. Glasses. Try it all over again. Hopefully you're not going to move your baby thing. That's right, I think. The boiler is pouring there too. Every shot. You know, high spot. Right there, pouring more now. Or high ridge. There, comes on. Really high spot off. It is easy, at least. That was pretty good. Got all my colours now. Great. That was alright. So I'll check the squish on that, bowl back down and see if she looks like. Oh, you think I'm undone, it's not good. I like him both. Want it back in, that's not what I want. What about you guys? Stay where you should be, man. Stay in your own lane. What? Nuts. Come off there. This cut pretty good. And we'll work out what the squish is. It'll be a lot more, but yeah, we'll have to go over the table, have a look. And at this point in time, guys, blow it out, clean it out. You know, metal on your new motor. Right, now let's see the squish do. Alright, I put a bit of salt on top, so I'll do check the squish. Now it's important to know when you put your seal on your cylinder for the gas glue, that changes your squish too, not by much. Then I put four bolts back in, nip her up, and she sounds like. I don't take much off it. I think that we all need to think. A little change is all these guys. A little goes a long way. I say it all the time, but it's true. You have berserk, make the holes too big. Going big does not mean power. You can lose power big time real quick. Put that over the piston carefully. 34. Gentle. Like that. Magnum one, and put the magnum all a little bit nipped up a little bit, each one. I'm getting tired, guys. Tired the head. Tired the head is not good. Go back to the wood yards road, just more wood splitting. So you get more stock up, just running low. So you guys drop down. But we'll see with this squish, I'm pretty sure it'll be it. Be tight squish. So we'll do that on number one. I'll tell you tighten after that. Because you can bend the cylinder base at the moment. So that's why I don't do one too tight. So you get them all nipped up and you start winding up like a head gasket. Do a bit nut by nut. And then you go tighten, bend things. All this problem going to your cylinder, important, all this hard work. You bend it, you get a leaking cylinder. That'd be no good for no one. Right, now wind it over and check what the squish is. Now it should be a lot tighter, so I guarantee it. One way like usual. Just so the nut does not come undone. Now hit the top. And you way tighter. See, way tighter. Clunk. I still feel that it should be more off this though. It didn't feel tight enough. But we'll see a sec. Yep, she's definitely not enough. There's a little bit more of it. Oh, that sole's moves. I don't think so. But the squish is only in one tiny spot, so maybe because on one spot it didn't feel tight. On the ridge of the piston, on the very edge of the combustion area. I think that's what's going on. It's a tiny squish. See, in other words, that fat part of the sole there, that's the part where the squish is happening right now. That's going to be a tight bit, so maybe we'll hit the numbers right now. I've learned Make sure no knocking, because if it knocks, you're in a lot of trouble later on. That's come by quite easily now. Undo that, have a look. Get ready for bed. There we go. That's the 4. There's it off. There we go. What we got, boys? Oh yeah, boys. Don't want kids do that there. Oh, boys. Now, I'll bring you in front so I can see myself. All the rest of the camera. Because I don't think I'll have to take much off if I have to. Oh, come on, move to the back. Come on. See, yeah, a little more squish, see? The style a lot fatter. So I'll measure that. A lot fatter. What does the side look like? Yeah, okay, to me it looks very close. So I'll measure that. Best of my ability. Go there. That's 30,000. No, 29,000 still. 27. What's this one? Oh, 22. There you go. 22 one side. I can go in the skinniest part. Trying to see the skinny part and measure it. About there. 25, so I'm pretty happy with that. Okay, I can visually see that side's skinnier than that side. It's actually right up to the closest side there. Yeah, 22, so okay, they're both the same. So it's right up where the fat part there is. So I should be looking at how wide it's to, and that way I actually visually go, what's that wide and that wide, they're very similar to each other. That one there is 22, I would say that one's 23. It's not quite as fat. But I'm happy with that. I can bolt that down and work it now, tying numbers. I need 2 bolts for that. So the original white solar, that's what I just did. That's original. So you can see that I've increased the squish quite a lot, the size. So you can see I will be getting a bit more of a bang. I could go further, but I want this motor to last and to get good bang for buck value wise, but this will be quite a fantastic power saw. You see the original that soldiers there, it's going to throw that fuel strap to the top of the cylinder and hopefully get a lot more power. You see just there, there's a original hits there and the fuel there will fly straight up the cylinder. Yeah, that's it guys, I'm happy with that. I've reached what I want number 1, so 22,000. So pretty good. Over there guys, thanks for watching. Then the next video, I'll be doing timing on what intake is, exhaust, see if I can do more on the lower transfers. I ain't going by what I did there. I only just took a tiny bit of that. I could go further. So, yeah, I will do that. Squish, to me, is there's a lot of dead area in squish, which causes the heat. I prefer to have some fuel and stuff trapped in the core because that should keep it so a bit more cooler, I think. And you can still get out, it's just not all trapped in one spot. But to move the fuel and air to the top of the cylinder, in a way, I need to be better. It's better than going fuel coming off straight parallel to parallel or piston to cylinder head. Come along with that and hit each other and try and go up into the cylinder. It takes much time. I should have fuel and air come up like that to the top of the cylinder on a point. And that when the piston comes up, it gets trapped up there. So I think I'll get more power. It'll be cooler, but because it's going bang like that and up into the piston, it should be better. You go like that, as I said, 90-degree air. It doesn't like moving very fast, and I want high-end revs, and I think this will produce high-end revs, which I'll get power, so maybe